Hi there, it's Simone here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm so excited about this masterclass. I do normally just 10-minute live videos on my Facebook page, and I do workshops that with, presential workshops with the audience right there, and they last an hour and a half. But I believe this topic deserves a more in-depth teaching from me because I've been getting a lot of questions on the subject, and there's a lot of confusion on where people want to start when they really want to brand themselves online. So if you're joining me live, we are going to go for a full 90 minutes, and you're going to learn a lot about branding and marketing yourself online. This is going to be worth every minute of your time. I can promise you that. So I want you to stay focused. Please stay focused. I want to make sure I have my whole volume down up here. I want you to stay focused. I want you to stay here with me. And we are going to get it going right away. So let me bring up the slides that I prepare for this presentation here, because it is important that you follow with me, that you take some notes, because there will be a lot of information that maybe, it's something that you haven't seen, maybe it's something that you want to remember, right? Maybe you've seen it, but you really haven't used it much. So I'm going to mute every one of you. I think you're all muted. Yes. And you're going to be able to ask questions anytime. You have a whole comment section that you can ask questions. I won't be able to be answering all the questions at once, but you can ask the questions. You can make sure that they will be answered at certain time, okay? At a point in time at the end, we're going to be having questions and answers, and you're going to be able to get your questions answered. So don't worry about that. So let me start with my presentation that I prepare here for you with the 5 key elements to branding and marketing yourself online. So what we're going to talk about here is how to really build a strong personal brand and a successful marketing game plan to attract the right clients without hiring a team or getting overwhelmed by technology. Now, this is really important here, you guys, and I just want to come back here a little bit. I'm going to be coming in and out with the slides because I want you to stay focused. I don't want you to just stop and be looking at the slides all the time. So I'm going to be doing that pretty often, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how you can make the ultimate shift from not knowing where to start with branding yourself online. Maybe you were struggling to get the right clients. Sometimes we get clients, right? But we don't get the right ones that we would love to work with. And I want to really make that shift from feeling uncertain of what you should be doing to creating and marketing yourself online successfully. Okay, that's my goal today. I really, at the end of this class, you're gonna see that. So to start, just indulge me here. I would like you to do some visualization very quickly. Let's imagine that you are at the end of 2020, this year, 2020. It's New Year's Eve, and you are going to celebrate. It's around 11 p.m. where you are, or maybe you were getting ready to go to sleep, maybe you don't celebrate, right? But you are ready to start your new year, and you look back and you crushed it. You look at your business on 2020, at that day, the last day of the year, and you were so happy of how this year went, how it was, okay? It's for you one of the best years ever, because you really did all the things that you wanted to do, okay? You are happy. Picture yourself like really happy, waiting for midnight, and maybe you have, champagne glasses to toast, or maybe you're in yoga pants getting ready. But whatever it is, I mean, you had a fantastic year and you were really proud of your brand online. You have a Facebook and an Instagram business pages that are showcasing your expertise to the planet the right way. And you know exactly what to do, what to post, when to post, and how often. I mean, you open yourself to new opportunities because of that. You had maybe speaking engagements or more speaking engagements than ever. You were a guest, maybe on different podcasts. I mean, 2020 was the year that you started doing all the things that you wanted to do in your business, but never knew where to start. And it was the year, most importantly, that you stopped doing the things that were not working and that were draining all your energy. We all do that, right? We're all doing some things that we're not getting results from it, but we just keep doing it. So you were excited. At the end of the year, you're going to be excited about looking back and really being proud of how the year looked for you. I think it's a great reason to celebrate, don't you think? To make a toast. So I just want to show you how I celebrate New Year's Eve, because if you don't know me, I'm from Brazil, and in Brazil we do wait for the New Year, and we waited with we are on the beach normally and all dressed in white. In Brazil, everybody dresses in white. So that's me and my husband. We dress in white and we just wait for the New Year Eve, New Year really, with all our friends and family and the beach, and there's fireworks, all kinds of things. It's really an amazing thing. So maybe this is you, okay? Maybe you're gonna be looking back and you are gonna be really happy about it, right? Now, what I want to show you is, if you stay with me here and you stay focused, I mean, you're taking notes, ask your questions when you have one, I can promise you that this could be a turning point for you 11 months from now. I mean, 11 months from now, you look back at this moment and you say, thank God I showed up for that masterclass, because that was a moment that I made some big decisions in my business. I started to doing things differently in a professional way, and I realized that I could have a different business and build a coaching or consulting or service business that is profitable and enjoyable. Isn't that what we want from our business? We want to enjoy it again and obviously have profit. Of course we want to profit, because if we don't profit, then this is not a business. It's a hobby, right? This is so important, so important. for you to get, guys. I know that there are some hard times, very hard times that we have when we have a business, when we own our own business. But we need to understand that we have to treat it as a business, and sometimes we're not. I know, I get that. I have clients that come to me on that situation, and I totally understand that. But that's why you're here. You're here because you committed yourself to watch this and to make these decisions today. So this could be that turning point moment for you. Okay? Now, I hope you understand why I really want to shake you up, basically, in the beginning, because I need that you be here with me today, that you really be focused and you stay until the end, because all these 5 key elements that I'm going to give you today, they all have to work in one, I want to say unison, but I'm not sure if this is really a word in English. Sometimes I invent words in English, which it's totally fine. But they're all going to work together. So if you just get 1 or 2 or 3 key elements and you don't do the 4 and 5, you're not going to get the results, and you want to get the results. So I want you to stay until the end of this masterclass, knowing that you're going to feel inspired, motivated, excited, and you're going to be driven to take action, which is the most important part here right now. Okay, guys? So let's do this. Let's do this. So stay with me until the end. So let me share with you this slide here. Very important for me to start sharing this slide. So you have me there with my husband, and I know you've got this. Stay with me until the end, and you're all gonna be really happy with what you're gonna see here, guys. So now you stay with me until the end, and I'm gonna show you at the end a way that you can have all the support you need to really set up all these key elements on your business. And if you stay with me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a bonus. Yeah, I am. I have a little bonus. I'm going to give more details in the end for you. But if you decide to go on this branding and marketing online journey with me, I'll give you the opportunity to get your hands on a special bonus that I'm going to talk to you about it on the end. Okay? Awesome. Awesome. So turn off all distractions, starve your distractions, feed your focus. Turn off your cell phone if you can, or at least, put them down. What I do is I cannot, every time a text or something comes in my screen, I look at my phone and there it goes. Squirrel, right? So see if you can just put your phone down. I know that's a lot to ask, but close all those windows on your computer. Sometimes we have so many windows, we don't even know they're there. If you are at your office or at your home office, if you could close the door, do so, okay? Because if you can create a distraction-free zone for you, if you can focus on the next 90 minutes, I promise you that you will walk away feeling that you got a lot of value. Now, if you multitask through this, you will get about 10% of the next 90 minutes, and you don't want that, right? Don't multitask. Stay with me here and you get a lot of value from me. Now, I'm not exactly sure why you're here, guys, but I'm going to try to guess, because I know my audience pretty well, and I bet it's going to be one of 3 reasons. And I want you to tell me in the comments, if you may, which one it is, whether you're 1, 2, or 3. Maybe the reason one you are here today is because you know it's time you take your online presence seriously and professionally. And you're excited to build a personal brand that you're proud of. Maybe that's you. Maybe the reason for being here today is that you are motivated. Let me move these around here. But you are motivated to leave behind the technology overwhelm and the inconsistency of unreliable word of mouth, so you can attract the right clients and build a business you can rely on. Maybe that's you. Or maybe you were just curious. You were intrigued by the idea that you can simplify your business with a branding and marketing system and the help of a mentor that will support you every step of the way. Maybe that's you, guys. So if you are number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever number you are, I know that some of you are just putting a stake in the ground and saying it's number 1, excited to build a strong online presence, you are committed now, or maybe you are number 2, you are really motivated to attract the right clients and stop relying on inconsistency of word of mouth. Or maybe you're not number 3, you really want to build a system with the help of a mentor. So whether you were 1, 2, or 3, or maybe you have all those reasons for being here, whatever your motivation, I just want you to know that I fully support you. I fully support you guys. I'm here for you. You know how to contact me, okay? I felt every single one of those reasons in terms of how I wanted to build my business. So I'm with you guys. Now, for those of you that know just a little about me, I want to take a moment here to just introduce myself quickly. I live in San Diego, California with my husband, Robert, and he's a realtor and a consultant. And we have a son, Robbie, who just turned 21. I know, it's crazy. And he also has his own business since he was 18 and he starting college. He started his own pool cleaning business. It's really cool. He is an entrepreneur at heart, really. And I couldn't not tell you that we also have 2 other babies. I know that picture is kind of funny, but you can see there my bird, Sunshine, who I think he is about 4 years old now. We kind of adopted him or saved him. And you can see my dog on my lap. That's Veggie. We are not sure how old she is. She might be 14 or 15. She is also adopted. She's with us for 2 years now. And yeah, they work with me sometimes. But I want you to know why really I have the experience and knowledge and the skills to be talking about branding and marketing with you today. I had a couple careers in my life. Anybody tried a couple things in their lives? Well, I started in the nursing field actually, and I don't have a good picture to show you. My pictures, I mean, I was 18. I don't want to show my pictures when I was 18 with braces still. But I worked for 8 years in all sectors of hospitals, including ER and ICU. Yeah, I even worked in pediatric care, which is, I cannot see myself doing that today. Like really, I cannot think of myself getting an IV on a baby's head anymore. That's not me anymore. But yes, I did that in another life. And then I decided I didn't want to do that anymore, and I went into journalism. I went to journalism school, and I worked in everything in journalism: TV, radio, newspaper, PR, magazine. And it's where the love for marketing and social media started. So on this picture, you can see a couple of my headshots for magazines and newspapers that I worked with. But in the middle, it was one of my first jobs, actually. You get a point if you find me there because it's funny, but I am right in the middle of the picture. That was a daily news that I worked for. Crazy, daily news is crazy. But I worked in all these areas, and the last job that I worked was actually a business magazine. And as a chief editor of that magazine, I used to interview CEOs and founders of companies. And it was really interesting for me how they started their companies, how they grew. But I show you that to tell you this. Although I worked many years in corporate, I had time to absorb the changes in the online space. That is in a span of 20 years, okay, guys? I mean, I had time to, in my corporate career as a journalist, little by little, I had time to understand the importance of the online space, because that was important for me as a journalist, for all of us journalists, really, in media in general. And we understood how we could use it positively, because yes, there was a lot of negative in the beginning. There's still negative everywhere, but effectively, I little by little understood how to use it, and I did pretty well. My last job as a journalist was at a business magazine, and I became the chief editor. And we used to have weekly meetings with the marketing team to learn about SEO practices. If you don't know what that is, it's basically, for us journalists, was for us to understand how Google would rank our articles, right? It was important for us to write in a way that Google take notice and would show our articles when somebody searched about the topic we were writing. So early on, I understood the online space and the importance it was carrying, at least in the media industry. And then social media appeared. First was with Twitter and LinkedIn, and then Facebook. And I took the time to learn how to use it effectively since the beginning. Yeah, I was one of the first ones that I knew that had all these platforms. And I increased the readership of my magazine considerably, just using these platforms. It was amazing. And you know how it is. I loved working with this new way of communicating so much that I became an expert on it. And I want to bring that to our presentation today, because I didn't know everything about social media back then. And that's, we're talking about 8 years ago, somewhere in there. But I knew a little bit more than everybody around me. And that's what an expert is. Okay, we're going to talk about this later on, but sometimes people say, oh, I'm not an expert, I know a little bit, because they think they have to know everything, but they don't have to know everything. Okay, so that made me start my social media consultancy back then, and which now is a whole marketing agency. So now, what's most important to you and all the story that I'm telling you is that it took me a while to understand, coming from a long history of corporate career, that it was time for me, myself, to be online, really. Now, if you started your career recently as a coach, consultant, maybe a service provider, or maybe you have that for a while, but you really didn't look into the online space too much before you even start marketing yourself. I understand what your fears. I understand, because personal branding online has a lot of people think that they have to share everything about their personal lives, and that could not be furthest from the truth. Now, you are the face of your business, and what I mean by that is that you are the one delivering your services for your clients, right? So you need to be seen. They need to know you. And as we know, all things being equal, people do business and will hire service providers, coaches, and consultants that they know, like, and trust. You probably heard that, right? The know, like, and trust factor. That's really the golden rule of business here, guys. Now, what that means, all that know, like, and trust, is that there is a relationship building there. There is a process. It's not a one-time event. It is a process. And because nowadays things have been changing a while here, successful selling has become more relational than transactional. I really want you to take that in. I'm going to stop and look at you a little bit here. I really want you to understand this on your core, that business now is not only having a transaction made, okay? It is about really building relationships. And sometimes we don't know where to start, right? Sometimes we just don't know what are the first steps. The first steps are normally the most difficult ones, right? So let me show you this thing here that I like to show you this definition, because I believe that branding yourself online nowadays is a crucial skill to master. If you're a coach, if you're a consultant, a service provider in general, before you even market yourself. Now, take that again, okay? Think about this. You need to start that process of working on the knowing and liking before you even start the process of marketing yourself. Now, yes, building a personal brand that connects with people and attract the right clients will, with time and the right strategies and tactics, build up your confidence, okay? It is a skill to master, but it will start building up your confidence on how to really deal with your clients. And it will bring you consistent leads. I know this is something you want to have, guys. And a strategic personal brand supports you in not only attracting more clients, but the clients you want to work with, okay? And there are new ways of branding yourself that bring out the best of you, guys, without you having to expose your entire personal life, really. This new way is far more effective, creative, and fun to do. It can be fun. You are supposed to enjoy what you're doing, right? And that's what all big coaches and consultants and service providers that are succeeding are doing out there. And they have been doing it for a while. They just didn't start it. Now, did you get what I said? Branding yourself online is a crucial skill to master if you are a coach or a consultant before you even market yourself. Did you get that? I want you to let it sink in a little bit. I want to give you a minute. Okay, now I know what you're gonna be thinking now, and I want to look at you for you to for us to really talk about this. And if you don't have water, make sure you hydrate. I'm gonna be taking some sips here and there. 1 second. Yes, I hydrate all day, and when I talk like this, I need even more water. But I know what you're thinking. You were thinking branding, marketing. I'm already confused. Simone, what is the difference? Or is there a difference, right? And this is one of the first things I want to really share with you today. You need to understand the real difference between branding and marketing yourself online. So let's talk about branding versus marketing. And if you're making notes, this is a time to make some notes, okay? Let's do this. The work of branding yourself online, when you are doing that work, what you're doing is you're showing people who you are, what your promise is to them, on what you're going to do for them, and it's what you stand for, basically what your business stands for. The best definition, it's your promise. And here's the thing, that's why you've got all your brand elements like logo, colors, your design in general, in your website and your graphics, your message. How are you really explaining that message, how you do things for people? This is all part of your branding. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting some yeses here. Okay. So when you are working on your brand, you are really showing to your public who you are, what you stand for, and what you have to offer. They can tell if you are a fun person or if you are too serious of a person, if you're professional, if you're more laid back. Your branding should be showing that, okay? Your voice will come through your branding. Now, to generate sales, you need to do marketing. Now, I didn't say that marketing is sales. It's not. Marketing is basically the tactical actions, the tools that you're going to use in order to get people to come to you and to be interested in what you have. So then you can make the sale and they can buy from you, right? Marketing is a whole process with tools and tactics that will get them to really make a decision with you. That's a whole different thing. Now, if branding is positioning yourself strategically, marketing is a tactical move. I hope that makes sense, because that's an important differentiation to make, because what happens sometimes is people are investing all their time in branding and they are not working on their marketing, or vice versa. Sometimes they get to only sell, only offered what they have, but they didn't brand themselves first. They didn't build that relationship. So that's why they are not getting results. Okay. So, and yes, you know, they overlap, right? It's not that you're doing one time and the other time. They are going to overlap. In fact, to have a successful business, they have to go together in order for you to really succeed and get your clients, to generate sales. Okay. Now, if you were to merge branding and marketing, There are a couple very simple elements you need in your business to generate those sales. It's not all that complicated, and that's what I'm going to show you today. In fact, I see it like a game. To be honest with you, that's what I'm going to show you. I feel like branding and marketing yourself online is like a game, any game. For example, that's me. That's a nice picture, but I'm all wrong because I've been learning golf. No, better. I'm on the first stages of learning golf. Any golfer out there? I need all the help I can get. I just started. Now, I've never held a club in my entire life until a couple months ago. I think August last year. And as a nerd that I am, I've been reading and watching videos about the fundamentals of golf, everything I can get my hands on. Now, not that I know everything I need to know, but I've learned that there are only 4 key elements you need in order to play golf. Only 4. It is crazy, isn't it? And they are how you hold your club, right? They call it the grip, which I have a horrible grip. I have a horrible everything. But how you swing, or basically they call it the backswing, how you make that move. A key element in golf is hitting the ball. You need to hit that little thing, white thing. And obviously, you need to get that ball inside the pin, inside that little hole that could, I believe, be a little bigger, but that's another discussion. I know I may get a lot of hate from golf players out there, but that is it. Those are the 4 key elements for that game. There's nothing else. Now, you gotta execute them well, or really well, or amazingly well. Now, that's another whole nother thing, right? And I'm just starting to understand it. But my point is, branding and marketing yourself online is the same thing. It's just like a game. You need to understand the key elements that are part of that game. So I want to share these elements with you, those elements with you, so you can do it too. Are you ready? Is everybody ready? I'm going to take another sip. Great. Let me just check in with you guys here. Is everybody ready? Okay. Let me see. I'm not seeing any comments right now. So is it because you're not talking, or is it because... Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. You're ready. You're ready. Let's do this, guys. Okay. So if you're not making any notes, which I was sharing some very important things, start now, because here we come. Let's do it. The 5 key elements to branding and marketing yourself online efficiently. And yes, I see a typo there. I hate typos. But let's go to the first key. First key element. You need a clear message. It's simple. It's very simple. If you don't have clarity in what you are offering, you're not going to be able to show that to your prospects. It's going to be confused. They are not going to be clear also, right? So first and foremost, you need a clear message of what this business means for you. So I believe that you need clarity in a couple areas here. And you need clarity of your vision, of what really your business is about, what you are offering, and your target market, meaning the person, the people that you are serving these to. So your vision is really not only, you know, oh, what I want my business to be in 5 years. Yes, that's good to have. That is good to have for a year as well. Now, what I wanted to have a vision here, really work on this now, is what you want for this business to be, not what I want or what your guru wants, what your partner wants, what everybody says you should want, but how you want this business to be for you, really for you, how it's going to take a place in your life, in your personal life, because our businesses are a big part of our lives. So it's important to have that clear, because if not, it's going to be muggy. Things are not going to work well, and because you're not clear of what you want. Now, when you are clear, it's easy to say no or yes to things, especially no, right? Now, you need to take some time here, because this is going to guide you through everything else you're going to do. Because when you are clear on what you want this business to be, you will be clear when talking to your potential clients about it. So take some time here, guys. Take some time to really have a clear vision of what this business is, what you're really here to do to your clients. Now, the second element of your clarity, really your clear message, is on your offer. Now, what's your offer? Your offer is your service or your product, whatever you're offering, right? And you need to have a really clear message on what you're promoting. And maybe you're going to have different offers. Maybe you have different products, different services, but you need to have what are really the services you're offering, but not only the features, because yes, you're going to make a list of the features of your offer, of your service, of your product, but most importantly, make sure to define the benefits and what are the pains, the problems, or desires that it's helping your prospect with. Because that's where you really will attract the right people here. Because if your service or your product is fulfilling a desire, it's going to be, the marketing strategy is going to be different from if you are solving a problem or if you're helping with a pain, right? So you need to define your offer in those terms as well. It's not only, you know, the features, I do this, 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 and this, but what results that will have on your prospect. Take time here, guys. And the next clarity you need to have is on your target market. Now, I know you're probably like, oh yeah, everybody needs what I have. So I'm going to tell you right now, the word everybody on this thing is not allowed. And I'm going to take a sip for that, because I want you to think about this. Because target market is not who needs your product or service. Target market is a group of people that wants what you have. That's a big difference, because yes, I believe every business owner need to have a branding and marketing plan and need my help with that. But does every business owner want one? That's the biggest difference here. So we want to really learn about who is that group of people, who really are the people that are willing to get what you have, who are ready for it. And there are many ways you can go about this. It's one of the most deep work I do with my clients, because sometimes people have, oh yeah, a very general idea. Maybe, you know, you're the wellness industry and you work with moms. That's very general, still very general. So the more you can get deep into it, the better for you when it comes to marketing. Now, it doesn't mean that, yeah, you're going to help moms, but for your marketing strategy, and that's what we're talking here about, you need to really define that target market. Okay? So take your time. These are big decisions you're going to make. If you are able to, I would do this right after this class. Define your vision, really detail your offer, and get deep into who your target market really is. This is going to help you so much when you are ready to brand yourself and to market yourself. You have no idea, guys. I really would like you to work on this first. You need to make these decisions. Now, let's go for our second key element in branding and marketing yourself: visibility. It's simple as that. You need to build visibility, and you need to build it online. That's my expertise right here. No matter how fantastic your service is, how amazing a person you are, and I know you're here because you really want to help more people. But guys, if no one knows about you, you don't have a business. Your business won't survive. At the most, you have a couple clients here and there. You will be relying on referrals that sometimes get your clients that are not a good fit for you. But all this will be inconsistent, unpredictable, and it will create a sense of desperation in you that your prospects will be able to sense, guys. And that, my friend, is the worst vicious cycle to be in if you are a service provider, because you are going to be thrown off, your energy will be low, and people can feel it. And guess what? They won't hire you. Now, when I talk about visibility, I can talk about this until the cows come home. I don't understand that expression, but I understand what it means. But I can talk about this forever, because I believe the best channel nowadays, things can change, for you to build your visibility is in social media. There are so many benefits about it. I'm not going to go through all of this here, but I have to talk about social media, and I need to talk to you about just a couple of objections that I get from people, so you understand the benefits of social media. The first one that I always get is, it won't work for me. Won't work for me, you know? And all I have to say is this: big brands, medium brands, other service providers, coaches, consultants like you that are succeeding because they are succeeding because of the help of social media strategies. So it works for everybody. If they work it right, it works. Now, another objection I get sometimes, not much anymore, but still, my clients are not there. That's a funny one, because what's happening here, and I just want to say this, I want you to be careful on projecting your own buying or entertaining behaviors on your clients. And that means if you are not on Facebook, that doesn't mean your clients or your possible clients are not there. Maybe you're not on Instagram, but maybe your target market is there. And when you know, well, if you did the work on target market, as we talked about, you will know where they are. It's going to be easy peasy for you. I don't like the word easy, but it's going to be simpler. Now, another objection I get is I never got clients from social media. And there are so many reasons for this. I don't even know where to start. And but here's what I want to say. First, you're probably not working it right, not working consistently. But even if you do, chances are, and I want to look at you to say this to you so you really understand this. Chances are that even when you have a great social media marketing strategy, you know, maybe you have even a professional doing that for you, chances are you're not going to have a client saying, I just I just got a client, you know, I just want to hire you because I saw you on Facebook. Unless you're doing advertising, right? Unless you're doing advertising, you're going to know when you're doing ads, you know where your leads are coming from. But if it's organic, chances are you're not going to know. But what happened was this. One, I'm going to give you one scenario. You are a masseuse, or you are a trainer, or you are a coach, and somebody refer me to you. I'm looking for a trainer and I get your name from a friend. The first thing that people do is search that person online. Yes, right? That's what we all doing nowadays. Before I even talk to you, I'm gonna see who you are. And I'm gonna see your website. I'm going to see all your pages, your LinkedIn, your Twitter, your Facebook. Instagram might not come up on Google, but the point that I'm saying is this. Before I even make a decision to call you or to contact you, I'm going to make a journey. It's called the customer journey. I'm not going to get too deep with this, but I'm going to research about you. And it could be that your Facebook page was the one that made me feel good about you and made me feel like, yeah, I'm going to give this person a call. Maybe it was a post on Twitter. Who knows? But that journey that your prospect did, the more channels you have for it to know you before they like you and trust you, the social media does a great job on that. And I'm not going to extend myself on that. I see a lot of people. Yes, so I know a lot of people here saying that they have to leave shortly. You all going to get the replay. Yes, you will. Yeah, so I have some other things here, and we are all going to send you the replay in a couple hours after this meeting ends, okay? And you all have my contact, so you can respond to that email as well. So I think I made the case for social media, right? I think I made. But basically, what I want you to understand is that you have the power here with social media. Social media is so powerful on that visibility. Now, there is one more objection that people give me, and this is it. I don't know where to start. Yes, now that's a more acceptable objection, let's say this. And that's true. Yes, there's so much out there. There's so much information. There's all kinds of guides that you need to follow in order to have results. Now, it's the most common. So let's tackle it now, okay? I'm gonna give you the simplest way to, if you are starting professionally and seriously in social media. Let's take just small steps, right? My husband says, how you eat an elephant, you start with the toe. I find this horrible, but it makes sense, right? So let's start with the toe here. here's the talk for you. I'm gonna give you a couple suggestions on how, a plan on how to start with social media. First and foremost, you wanna start with one platform. Choose one platform. So you're gonna decide, you're gonna make a decision. If you can make this decision now, that's the best way, okay? So because decisions are going to give you momentum, guys. So make a decision today. Decide which platform that you're going to work on. I am going to give a suggestion. I think the simpler one is Facebook. For many reasons, I'm not going to get into it right now. But if you are not familiar with managing a business page, Facebook is the simplest one to start with. Okay? Now, the second thing that you need to do, second decision that I want you to follow here, to make and to follow, is that you're going to think that, always think this, the S word in social media is serving. Don't sell, serve. That's the mindset I need you to have here. Really serve, don't sell. And you're gonna understand what that is when you are posting something. If you feel like you're being salesy, that's a sell post, right? So you wanna serve. There are many ways you can serve. You can post educational posts, entertaining, funny. You can share so much without selling. And you can take, if you take a look at my page, you're going to understand what that means. And the third and most obvious, or I think everybody understands, that you need to be consistent, because to start, you need to post at least a couple times a week. I would say at least 2 times a week. Okay. I know that now things are getting a little bit more, I think, crazier than before. People are back to posting multiple times a day, every day. If you are willing to, you could post every day, but I believe that you need to start with the toe, the elephant toe. So post 2 times a week. Now, stick to this guideline that I'm giving you of serving, educating, and make sure that you follow, your branding that you talked before, your message. Don't start getting fancy, because that's going to take time and practice. Okay, it's going to take a long time for you to really feel comfortable here, but if you at least start, that's going to give you a momentum and a confidence. Now, I want to make your time worth here, especially for those of you that need to leave early. So my third key element that I really wanted to understand is to show your expertise. So I know I talked about this, but I want to come back here to talk to you about, I'm not an expert. I'm just a consultant. I'm just a service provider. I'm just a professional organizer. I'm just a masseuse. No, you are an expert. You know much more than all the people that are coming to you, because if they knew whatever you know, they wouldn't come to you. Okay? So you are an expert, and you have to show the expertise. Now you say, yeah, I would like to show my expertise when they buy what I have, right? But they are not going to buy until they understand you are an expert. They understand that you know more than they do on the topic, on whatever service they are buying. So you need to showcase your expertise in a nice way, of course. Now, the reason is because you need to enhance that know, like, and trust factor. Remember that? Because with social media, they are starting to know you a bit better and maybe like you. Now here, you will start the work of allowing them to start trusting you and your knowledge. It's just the beginning. It's just a little tease, but it will help you build your reputation online, right? People talk about reputation. This is it, guys. Now, there are many ways of accomplishing this, and this is my plan for you, okay? You can blog if you like writing. I know that it is a more comprehensive way here because it's not only about writing, it's actually about knowing how Google works. Remember, I was talking about SEO practices, so you need to understand that. But maybe it's a great way to show your expertise, to really build your credibility. So it's important here to learn how to do it well. Now, you can also speak. Yeah, I don't care which service you have. It can be a cleaning service. You could speak on a topic that's interesting to people and that also shows your expertise. You need to think about this. This is a great, great way. And the newest one of showing your expertise, a way of showing your expertise is podcast guesting. So being a guest on a podcast. And that is good because now you are exposing yourself to a completely new audience, right? So being a guest on a podcast is super effective here. I would love for you to show you off your expertise so they know you're knowledgeable. Now they need to trust you that you can help them really, right? Now, choose one, guys. Don't try to do it all, but choose one. Choose one that you say, you know what? I'm going to focus on this one this year. Let's say it's speaking. Okay, how do I get what I'm going to talk about? And there's a lot to work here. I actually have a whole class, actually 2 classes in my academy that we talk about this. And we create a signature talk, but choose one and just start working on it during this year. So at the end of the year, you're proud of yourself, okay? Now, with these, at least one of these, you are going to be showing off your expertise and they are going to know you're knowledgeable. Now they need to trust that you can help them really. So write that down, what's coming to you now. You can debate it later, but since you're inspired right now, just allow the option you're feeling to be your choice today. I know that there's one that you're really feeling good about. A little bit of fear, yes, a little bit of fear will come there. Your ego is kind of like, oh my gosh, this is some change. But go on, write that down, because when you write it down, you're giving some commands to your brain, and they are going to, your brain is going to start spinning there and really finding ways of how you're going to accomplish that. Okay, now let's go to the 4th key element to branding and marketing yourself online effectively. Here, it's to really build that trust. Now you're going to cement everything you're working. When you were working in visibility, you were working on really showing off your expertise. Now they need to trust you. Now that's a tricky one, because although you've been increasing your visibility and showing your expertise, you still don't know at this point who is really interested in what you have as a potential client, right? You're posting and you're speaking to groups of people that they maybe in the beginning they didn't come just to see you, but we need to build some kind of a relationship with them. We need to connect with them, and they need to believe that what you're saying about your service is true. We need to give them here samples of what we have. Now that's where we talk about freebies and opt-ins, and you're sharing good content, really good content. Now, you can be doing that on your website, okay, totally. You can do that on social media like you're doing a little bit. You can do that speaking. You can do that networking, right? You just create a very good, valuable piece of content and you share here. And these freebies, as we are talking, I really want to go back to explain what they are, but I'm not going to go too deep into it. It could be anything, guys. It could be a PDF with a checklist, right? So you're not revealing everything that you're going to give them, but you are really showing them a little bit of how it is to work with you, what is your real knowledge on, right? On your networking, you can share them in your networking and your speaking engagements. You come and you say, yes, you know what, I'm going to give you these checklists or this roadmap. So you are giving them something. Now, guess what? You can get something back. Wow, that's really cool, because they're gonna receive your freebie and they need to give you their email address. So you can have it on your website, maybe sign up here to get this ebook. They're gonna sign up, and then you can really start building that relationship even deeper with them. Now, you can see that as we progress here, there's a little bit more work involved. Yes, this step is a little bit more comprehensive in the way that you're really going to have to sit down and write down, right, something. And this can be added down the road when you are already working, you know, on your social media platform and you have a pretty good system and habits for that. But this is nothing huge, okay? Because this is going to take some time for you to elaborate, but it's something that you already have, right? Because you know your industry well. And once you're done, you can keep giving that to people. So make sure that you really decide what your freebie will be. That's how we call it. We call it also opt-in, but a freebie is I think it's a better word, because they are going to opt in your email sequences when you give them something free. And yes, it seems like, oh my gosh, I'm going to give something free. That seems cheap. No, it's just a thank you, right? It's just really sharing and having this abundant mentality that you know so much that you can give some. And here's how what I can give you, it's part of what I can give you, right? Okay, so let's go to the fifth and last key element. And that's a funny one because I love what I created here. So our fifth and very, very important key element in branding and marketing yourself online is to have a marketing system. Yes, there is no typo on this one. If you go online and look for marketing, they have all kinds of definitions for it, but I have my own definition. A marketing system is nothing less than the convergence of your branding, your marketing, and your sales efforts. It's basically the alignment of all these things that we are talking about. But it's not enough, as you know, to just have a program or a signature talk and a strong brand. All that we've been talking about here we are talking mostly about branding. Now I'm going to give you the marketing part of it, okay? So, because that's what you need to generate sales. You need to market yourself with that goal. You need to reach the right people, offer them what they want that you have and what they've been waiting for. So this system that you create, and I'm going to give you a couple things here to add to your marketing system to really it is my game plan. I'm going to share with you freely here. It is a repeatable, the system is basically a repeatable process, right? That will enable you to eliminate the guesswork and grow your business much more effectively, you guys. And a well-oiled system can run almost without you. I'm never going to say that your business can run without you, but having this kind of system that I'm going to present here to you with all these key steps is going to make things so much easier for you. So now I want to just get back here a little bit, see how you guys are doing, because I've been showing you all the steps, right? And I'm going to talk a lot more about the fifth step, but all those steps, they are being done together. All those key elements, they are elements that it's not one first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth. You can be doing them all together because you're going to have this system built in for you. That's what I wanted to understand here, because it seems like it's like, oh, you do this and then you do that, but you and it's okay, because I know that you have a business to run. So maybe you're going to take your time following these steps throughout the year, and that's totally fine, okay? But you can be doing a little bit of each of one together, okay? So this fifth key is actually going to be sprinkled in all of them at different times. Now, I want to show you some important definitions that you need to understand here. Maybe you heard, you don't exactly know what it is. So here's some things you need to know. What is a CTA? A CTA is a call to action. And what is that, right? It's basically an instruction to the audience that is designed to provoke an immediate response. I mean, it's supposed to encourage your audience to do something. In brief, it's the part of marketing message that really attempts to persuade the person to perform a desired action. And it doesn't have to be really just, buy here or buy there. Let me see here if I can show you. I want to show you in my page. Okay, now let me continue sharing here, because I want to show you, since you are here, I want to show you in my page how, okay, so I can I need to open here this for you. So what a CTA can be, it can be anywhere. So it can be on your posts, okay? A call to action in a post that I did today in the morning was I was talking about on an Instagram post, I did a post, and then in the end I said, if you are ready to take your business to the next level, etc., just watch my masterclass today, right? So let me show you here. Now, there are some that have buttons. So this is my business page. If you haven't liked it yet, go ahead and like it. You just look for Simone and Company Marketing and you're gonna find it. I give tips and news and updates in marketing social media every day, and I have a live that I do every Tuesday. But here's a call to action button. So I have this cover image here that I included on my page before the masterclass. And there is a button that is made by Facebook. It's a feature that Facebook has that people could sign up, right? When I could choose sign up, I can choose call me, I can choose contact us. I mean, it is a call to action. Now, on this image, I also have a call to action. When I say register now, that is a call to action, right? I'm really trying to induce people to take action, to do something. It's a way of me to guide people. And normally, what's important here is that it is easy. It's an instruction that is easy for people to understand. They don't have to think much. Register now, here, okay, sign up, boom, right? So that's one of the definitions I really wanted to show you. The next one that's important for you to understand is the sales page or the offer page or the landing page. Basically, what that is a page that can be on your website, or it can be a standalone page. It's better, but it has one goal. It's an online page, right, guys? You want to convince people to buy. That's it. It needs to provide an offer that is so compelling that people will have no other chance. They cannot say no. So the best sales pages, they convert because the visitors really feel like they have to act. So when we are at the end of this presentation, I'm going to invite you to be part of my branding and marketing academy, which is the only way you can get coached by me, but privately, actually. But the thing is, I'm going to send you a link that is going to take you to my landing page, where it's going to explain everything about the academy. That's a landing page, okay? Now, there are many ways of doing it. There are services that offer templates that you can use. There are many ways, but it's important to have, if you have a service or an offer, to have a sales page like that, to have a landing page that explains in details what people are getting when they are working with you. Now, the next element of your system needs to be a follow-up process. And I'm going to take a sip here. Because this is a huge one. And I know everybody says, oh, I need to get better at follow-up. But this is almost a personal tool, because it will depend on what you have to work with, what's your style, what's your business, which phase of your business is on. But basically, it's there are many ways. But basically, what I want you to understand is these stats right here. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% on the second contact. Now, 5% of sales are made on the third contact. Are you following me? 10%, only 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. Now get this. 80% of sales are made on the fifth to 12th contact. Yes. 4 contacts, 4 follow-ups, or 3 follow-ups, right? If you leave and you don't follow up anymore, chances are you left money on the table, right? And yes, we all know this intellectually. Yes, I know. I know, we all know that. But you know what happens? We still expect that people will buy in the first contact. We want to be positive and to have a great intention for the meeting or for the sales call. And we don't want to plan for not closing the deal right then and there. But when we look at these numbers, we understand that we have to. Sales is a marathon. This is a marathon right there, not a sprint, right? So don't sprint the marathon, guys. And I know that we feel like that we're going to have, one and dones because we're sold that things, can be fast all the time. There's so many hacks. And I get into that too. Don't get me wrong. Yes, give me a hack to be more productive. I'm all in. Yeah, you're gonna be more productive in one day, or things like this. This for me, it's amazing. Dancer's legs in 14 days. Like, yeah, you're gonna be an SEO expert in 30 days, or I'll give you money back guarantee. You're going to have whatever in 90 days. You're going to have results. And yeah, I'm sure that you can get some out of, some knowledge out of all that. But we know it's not like that, guys. We know that. And it's not like that with our prospects as well. It is a marathon. That's why we're not our business unless you're not here for long run with your business. You need to, understand that things take time. Now, I have explained to you all the 5 key elements of branding and marketing yourself online. Let's recap here, okay? And I don't even have a slide for that, but I want to recap this. First, you really have to have clarity, having a clear message and a vision. Second, you really have to build your visibility. That's part of what you're going to have to show yourself, right? That is part of it. Now, third, and that's when you are now showing who you are. So you're building that like and trust factor, right? That I talked about. Now, and that's the second element, right? Build your visibility. Now, the third element is really to show your expertise. Is that it? Are you following it? Show your expertise. Doing all those things that I told you too. There are many ways of accomplishing that. You made some really, really important decisions. I hope you did. Now, the fourth is to really build trust. And that's when you're going to share really good content you're going to give the freebies. And then you need to have your system that is going to bring it all together with, a call to action, and really with your sales page, a way of people to buy from you, right? In your follow-up system, you have to have all that. Now, I totally understand that when you look at all that, you think, well, that's a lot, and that's going to take some time. Yes, it's going to take some time. It's not a hack. I don't want you to think it's a hack. But if you follow these steps consistently through a long period of time, guys, I would say long period of time, I would say a year, you will now have your own funnel. You know what people talk about funnels? This is what it is. This is all this together is what is going to create your lead generation machine. You're going to build this. And now all you have to do is to really keep up with that and deliver your service that you promise for those that you hired, that hired you. And you can do that because now things are working on the back end. Okay, you don't have to worry anymore how you're going to get clients. Now remember, I was talking about me golfing, that there are 4 elements for golfing. Well, these are basic elements that I talked to you about, are kind of like the same as golfing, right? I mean, what is going to determine my success on the game of golf is really, or in the game of business, is really how I do it, how well I implement those elements, how often I do them, and for how long. Very, very important. Now, I got a question for you. Would you like me to be by your side, guiding you, supporting you, cheering you on, and also being your accountability expert? Not partner. Partner are those ones that are in a group that are kind of the same journey with you, right? You're gonna have me. You could have me as an accountability expert, a mentor, and yes, a motivation friend there cheering you on. So what you have now, I do believe that you have 2 options. After you watched all this, you took the time to really make some decisions today. I understand that these 5 steps involve a lot of work, okay? Now, I don't know why exactly you showed up today. I kind of made some assumptions in the beginning of the reasons, but I feel like you have 2 options here after all you heard. Option 1 is you don't make a plan to brand and market yourself online, and you are going to be in the same place this time next year at that New Year's Eve celebration of yours. Option 2 is that you are 100% committed to work on your online presence and to attract the right clients to grow your business using a proven roadmap. You're ready. You're ready. Now, if you are on the second option, if you are committed, I want to invite you to enroll for my Branding and Marketing Academy, guys. Now, this Branding and Marketing Academy is a whole program that I designed. I actually added all separate courses that I had that I felt like it was really just showing people slices of marketing, branding. I put it all together in one program, in one academy. And this is the only way that you can get not only the whole content of this course, step by step, but you also talk to me on a weekly basis, privately. We're not talking about group calls here. We're talking about private calls every day, every week with me, okay? So here's how it works. On this academy, you're gonna learn how to master your personal branding in the digital era, and you're gonna learn how to market yourself online effectively. And here's how it works. And I think I don't have, okay, yes. There are 3 parts of this program. I don't have the slide here, but I'm gonna tell you. One part is you are going to have a video, 1 video per week. So let me explain this to you here. You get 1 video every week from me with that week's work. So it's a homework, a video that's going to be less than 30 minutes, much less. Some are going to be, 20 something, but normally much less than 30 minutes, but explaining to you one step that you need to take that week. And then you have a week to work on that. Your videos are going to be sent to you. You're going to get them on Monday. You have a week to work on that. And at a certain point in the week where I'm going to share with you my calendar, you're going to have a call with me. So we can discuss the topic of the week privately, how you're doing with that. I can check on you if you are doing it, and I can answer any questions. I don't want you to get stuck on that step. So because next week you'll have another step, right? So it's little by little. You actually only need about an hour and a half a week to really take care of all that with the video. I know you don't have hours a day to do this. That's why I'm doing this very, very slowly. Now, the third thing you get is a Facebook group that we're going to have only for students of this academy. It's completely separate. It's closed because you can post your questions there. Maybe, you know, you already had a call with me and you still have questions, or maybe you cannot make to the call that week, which is totally fine. Then you can post questions and they are going to be answered. So you get these three parts of this program. Okay, now the program has, and I'm going to share with you here, 5 modules, and it's no coincidence that each module is going to we're going to cover and take action on each of the key elements that we talked today. So module 1, we're going to have a message clarity topic, which is going to really talk about business and marketing foundations. It's a little bit more than what I said today, but we're going to tackle that. On module 2, it's going to be all about building visibility. Now, each module takes 4 weeks. You have 4 classes there. So, no, actually 8. So it takes 8 weeks. So it's step by step, right? Really small bites there. So we're going to have time to go into social media basics, and we're going to go a little more in depth on social media. You're going to be able to do that with me by your side. Now, module 3 is where you're going to learn how to share your expertise and increase your influence, right? Very important, as we talked about this. On module 4, we are going to go through the steps of how you increase trust and deepen connection. So I'm going to go with you on this journey for you to create your own freebie. Yes, you're going to have me to review your own freebie. It's going to be amazing. Now, module 5, guys, is generate sales by creating your own funnel, creating that marketing system. I'm going to go step by step with you in creating the whole system. And we even going to go a little deeper into creating ads, okay, online ads. So at this point, when you get to this point, you are feeling so confident, technologically speaking, that you're going to have no trouble at all. Maybe, you know, it's going to be a little bit of challenge, but I'm going to be here with you step by step. So it's not going to be a big deal for you. So these are the 5 modules. As I said, every module takes 8 weeks. We're going to have some breaks between some weeks. And if you need all the details, I'm going to send you a link for you to find where more information. But here's how you're going to do. I'm going to send you a link. Now, I only take 20 students for this academy. Yeah, you can understand that, right? We have high tech, but we also have high touch. And I only have so many hours a day. to do these calls. So I can only take 20 students. It's you know, first come, first serve, because what happens is I'm gonna give you a link where all the details of the academy are there. There are some frequently asked questions at the bottom that you can take a look if you still have questions. But what happens is you're gonna apply if you feel like this is for you, that you're committed to really have a different year this year. You're gonna apply, you're going to fill up a form, and then we're going to schedule a call, okay? Before you even enrolled, because on this call, I'm going to have to understand if you're really committed to it. And you're gonna see if you're a really good fit as well. So it's gonna be a call for both of us to see if this is going to be something that is going to be for you or not. After the call, if we agreed that you are a good fit and this is a good fit for what you were wanting, then I'll send you a link to enroll and to make the payments. Okay, now the payments, your investment is this. You can have a one-time payment of $2,497. That's for the whole academy, which is going to be throughout 10 months, right? It's 8 modules, 5 modules, each module in 8 weeks. Now, there's also a flexible form of payment with 3 monthly payments of $897. After you pay for the 3 months, you are paid for the whole academy. And there is a most flexible one, which is you pay by month. So you end up paying 10 monthly payments of $297. And at the end of the 10 months, you paid for the whole academy, which is the time that the academy will last. Now, the doors are closing noon, February 6th. So we have one more week. It's next Thursday. So if you're really serious about this, if you understand that you need a guidance, a person to do all these steps with you, step by step, week by week, and really having somebody that's going to help you in general with marketing, because you're going to have me on the phone every week. You can ask any questions you want about marketing and business. So you want to go to this page. You can read all about it. There are a bunch of questions that are answered there, and you apply, and then you get on a call with me and we'll see if that's something for you. Now, I really, really wish you that if not with me, you get some help to do this. Because if you haven't really taken seriously branding yourself online, you might get stuck on that first key element the whole year, or maybe on the second key element. And if you don't take all the elements to work for your business, in December, at that New Year's Eve night, you're not going to be as happy. Maybe your business is going to be the same. Obviously, if you don't take any action at all, your business is going to be the same. We know that, right? But if you are serious, if you want this year to be very different, if you want to increase the visibility so you can attract the right clients, I can help you. I'm able to help you. This program has, you're going to see all the testimonials on the page. It has helped so many people. If you are, I know some people are technology, have difficulties. Or maybe you're just starting your business. Or maybe you have your business for a while, but really didn't take online serious. Whatever phase of your business, is really not about the phase of your business. It's about what you want for your business right now. And we're going to go step by step. Yes, I could do a 100-day course, totally. But you know what? I've done this before, bought courses that I never finished because I didn't have the support. I had like a group page that everybody was on the same situation, and we were just dropping because we just need that. I need that. I know that there are people that they follow everything and they finish, but most of us, we need somebody together every week. Did you do this? How can I help you? You're gonna have that with me. So that's the biggest difference in my academy. There's not too many people that are doing that anymore out there, giving all this support. So if you are ready for this, I want you to be my success story. I love success stories from my students. I want to be able to, at the end of the year, say, hey, can I use your story? Because your story is amazing. What you've done, the clientele that you attracted, we're going to have numbers to show. It's going to be really cool. You're going to have an amazing New Year's Eve party because you crushed this year. So make that decision. You're going to receive an email right after this, just with the link for the page where you can look and you can see all the information and you can apply to get on a call with me. Okay? So I will see you in my Facebook page and we will be in touch. I hope you give me the chance to serve you. Thank you, guys. Thank you all.